Hello everybody, Sean Milburn here with Milburn Motorsports once again today, coming at you from my room at my computer. So I heard you wanted to get faster around Sonoma Raceway. That's what this video is all about. I'm going to teach you guys how I get around this track, how I prefer to do it. There's a few different ways here and there that people choose to take their line depending on what car they're in and how it's set up. I'm going to go over what works the best for me, what I found to work the best for both the 370Z and the RSX when I drive it around the track, as well as go over and really get down to the nitty-gritty of what's actually happening in the corners, in each specific corner. We're going to do a whole walkthrough Sonoma Raceway today, corner by corner. It's going to be really good. Hope you guys learned something from it. Let's jump into it. So here we are. I'm going to be going through this video, stopping it in certain points just before the corners and talking about them, and then I'll let the footage run so that you guys can actually see how the car reacts to the corner after I'm done explaining the thought process of how to go through it and stuff like that. So as we're coming down here, this is entering the main straight. If you're looking at the track map, I have it up over that direction. You'll be able to see that this is the main straight and we're going to be heading into turn 1. We just came out of turn 11, so let's start the lap. As we're coming down the straight, this is going to be turn 1 right here. We're going to stop right here. This little wall that you're seeing that I'm getting super close to, you're going to kind of want to hug that and let the car drift out to where you see that Miata is. It'll naturally kind of want to turn itself that way based off of the speed that you carry through the corner. You're headed up a really steep hill into turn 2. It's just going to be this long left-hander. So there's quite a bit of waiting, and the most important part about this turn is your exit and where you position yourself to enter turn 2. You want to be all the way on the left side of the track, completely parallel with that rumble strip that you're about to see. We'll go ahead and go up to that corner. So you can see I'm out here, and I let off the gas to slowly work the car in right here. So you see right around this area, this is where the rumble strip will be. In this specific video, they actually removed them so that they could put new ones in. But there is a rumble strip here and a rumble strip here. This is the one that you're aiming for, but you're going to want to aim for the back half of it. And the issue with turn 2 is that it's up and over a crest to the right, and it's also so flat that you don't have much help in terms of camber in the corner to help your tires grip. You really got to wait to get on that power once the car is through the corner, as you'll see here. So downshift into the turn and wait. Once you feel it start to stable out, that's when you can get back on the gas. Setting up for turn 3, we're going to be all the way on the right side. You're going to want to be completely parallel past that rumble strip that you just saw me by. And we're going to actually want to late apex this left side so that we can set up for 3A. 3A is going to be an immediate right-hander after we go through turn 3. And you're going to have to kind of play with the weight transfer in the car. It's up and over another crest, kind of like turn 2. Except this time my braking zone is going to be down a hill. So as we come over, you're going to want to stay left and then go right. You can't see the track, but you just got to trust it's going to be there. Braking zone. Turn 4 is downhill for this braking zone, and it's a downhill corner and an off camber corner. This is the location that I see the most spins in around this track, just because when people try and trail brake it to meet that inside apex, they actually get too much rotation out of their rear end, and it either kind of slides on them or it'll snap on them, and you want to try and prevent that. So get it slowed down, slowly trail brake it into this corner and find that inside apex. Nice and close. You got plenty of rumble strip on this outside. Turn 5 is just a big sweeper. It's very straightforward. You're just going through this long corner. I like to short shift through it, so put my car in a higher gear. That way when I get back on the power, it's really stable heading into the turn 6 braking zone. So hug that little concrete curb there. Don't hit it. It's really big. Turn 6. This is the entry to turn 6 right here. This corner in specific, there is two different ways and two different theories people have about taking this corner. You can set up where I am currently over on this right side, or some people will actually set up over on the left side. Setting up on the left side actually gives you a really kind of close and squeezed angle to try and make it to the bottom of this hill. If you're looking at the track map, you can actually see that it's just a big long sweeper. It's called the carousel, downhill sweeper corner. So down this hill, I like to stay outside and slowly work the car in as we go down this hill to hunt for this rumble strip on the inside. If you can get to it, you can get a really nice exit, get on the power early, and this whole section down here is just a straightaway into turn 7. Turn 7 braking zone, you can use any of these boards you see on the side. That's what I do, at least. I'll get in a car and I'll actually look at these signs, and I'll start my braking zone at the start of one of these signs, depending on how well the brakes work in the car. So yeah, that's a typical braking zone for 7. You're going to see where the Miata's turning in. He's not actually diving for the apex here because we're going to be going around another really long right-hand bend. Some people like to do what's double apexing on this corner, so they'll actually go for this inside apex and then also go for the next apex right after it. And a lot of people will actually stay away from that first apex to try and make their second apex a lot more well-rounded and get a better exit. So you'll see here, the RSX, I like to go for this apex. So getting the rotation trail braking out of the car, get it super close to that rumble strip, and you can let it power out all the way to that rumble strip on the outside. I do that every single time, and this is headed into turn 8 and turn 8A. So coming through these two corners here, this is all about timing and the weight transfer of the vehicle. So you need to make sure you get your entry proper into turn 8 onto this rumble strip right here. You're going to want to come at it kind of at this angle that you're seeing here. I like to drive all the way over it because it gives me more room to take the next corner. And it's just a timing based feel of when you need to move the wheel. So coming through here, we're going to be staying to the left, and then we got to wait for the car to settle out before we start turning to the right so that it can actually pitch and stay stable. Here we go. We got all the way over on that track. Turn 9 is huge sweeper. It's just flat, most cars. Turn 10, stay on that rumble strip. That rumble strip, I'm always on it pretty much every car. If it's kind of wet and stuff, don't touch paint, but when it's all dry, perfect conditions, go on that paint all you want. You gotta get the weight transferred onto the nose of the car here. So I like to use the brakes. I just tap the brakes to get the weight on the front tires, so that way when I set up for this corner, you go in it about, you can see on the speedometer right here, it's 100 miles an hour entering this corner, so you're moving out pretty good. And if your front tires don't have the grip to hang in there, it's going to be a wild ride off the end of it. So you see here, get close to this inside apex, hold the car in all the way onto the rumble strip. Turn 11 is just a normal hairpin turn, very tight, very close. We're seeing here these cones separating this wall from the pit lane. These cones you can use as a braking marker, or again, the advertisements on the wall are also two good indicators. There's a couple patches on the concrete you can also use. The main thing you want in this corner is to make sure you get a good trail brake and to make sure you can hug these tires over here as close as you possibly can. The closer you can get to those tires, the earlier you can get on the gas, as you'll see here. So downshift all the way in, like almost to the point where you think you might hit them, and then you can start powering out and let the wheel out to the wall. Once you're done that, you're back onto the main straight, and then you do that all over again. I hope you guys liked this lap around Sonoma Raceway. This is my first time trying one of these tutorial videos on this kind of thing. If there's anything you want to see done different for the next one, let me know. If there's anything you want to see in general, let me know. Any kind of tutorial videos or driving a specific car, or any comments or inputs on anything you see me doing. I'm open to all comments. I read all of my comments. Leave a like if you enjoyed it and you learned something. Hopefully I see you out at Sonoma very soon. We got another race for the US Touring Cars going to be at Laguna Seca next, and I'll be going to a track day at the Thunderhill 3 Mile this weekend, and I'll have more footage to show you guys. We're going to be going for the lap record in the Civic Type R there as well. Michael's bringing his out. It's going to be a whole lot of fun, whole day of fun, and hopefully we can secure that record. You guys will be along for the ride the whole way. Thank you very much once again, and I'll see you guys in the next video.